60 seconds.
Go. How many players will there be today? One person playing with himself. Fine. The game is played as follows. If you think you know the correct answer to a question, buzz in. Then choose your preferred answer by pressing the corresponding button. To buzz in, use these buttons on your controller. You will use the symbol buttons to choose answers to questions.
5, 4.
Now loading.
It's time for the show where high culture and pop culture collide.
Hey there, welcome to You Don't Know Jack. I'm Schmitty, and this is the best thing you can think of to do by yourself. You gotta try using a little imagination, okay? Since it's just the two of us tonight, please feel free to let me know what's on your mind, because I certainly will.
One.
Coming at you, one hand in my pocket and the other one on Vermont. Get this one right, you get $1,000. Okay, first things first, seeing that this is our New England episode, what do you say we start out with a nice, simple New England geography question, eh? If you play Twister using a map of New England, which of these is not one of the moves you might have to make? Right foot on New York, left hand on Maine, left foot on... New York is not a part of New England, so you would not be putting your right foot on New York. And that could only be a good thing, right? I mean, you might step on Spike Lee or something.
2.
Up next, Embryoville. I'm gonna give away $3,000 this time. Okay, you know how they call Boston Beantown? Well then, considering how the bean plant begins, what would have been a good nickname for Boston before it flourished into a city? Stigma Town, Cotyledon Town, Gymnosperm Town, or Stamen? That's the way you do it.
The bean plant begins as a pair of embryonic leaves called cotyledon. They are very small, but they have an excellent subway system.
3.
Here's a little something I call, it's 10:30. Do you know where Waldo is? You get it right, you get $2,000. Okay, so you know that Where's Waldo guy, right? Well, I hate that guy. I can never find him. You know, I bet he's not even in those stupid drawings. It's just like a big joke on Schmitty or something, huh? You know, all I need is like a bigger target than some pencil-neck geek kid in a red and white stripe. All right, I got it. I'll tell you what. Here we go. Where's Walden? Huh, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Connecticut, or Vermont? Come on. Walden Pond is in Massachusetts. It's where Thoreau used to hang out. In recent years, they've tried to conserve the nature around Walden by turning all of Thoreau's boring books back into trees.
4.
The category is, the bombs aren't the only things bursting. Let's see what you'll do for $1,000. Oh, check this out. I found this old love letter just like sitting there. The only thing is, I can't figure out who wrote it. September 14th, 1814, my red, white, and blue beauty. Every day I thank God and Betsy Ross for your existence. You looked amazing. Inspired by the sight of the flag at Fort McHenry on September 14th, 1814, Francis Scott Key penned the Star-Spangled Banner. Unfortunately, he was later found rolling around naked with Old Glory and was charged with desecrating the flag. Okay, stretch yourself out and get psyched because this one's a dis or dat. The category for this dis or dat is put down the Nobel Prize and roll the damn dice. All right, I guess I'm gonna... All right, you think you know the rules. I'll just put 30 seconds on the clock. Fast concentration, lottery or science term. Mass spectrum. Mass cat. Mass number. Mass defect. Mass millions. One more. Mass action. That's a lesson in dis or dat. Here you go. I want you to have this. Well, congratulations. I hope the two of you are very happy together. Let's move on.
6.
This category is Real Americans Don't Drink Tea. $1,000 if you get it. All right, here we go. Imagine Alice ditches Wonderland because she hears Boston's tea party is way cooler. How should Alice dress for the Boston Tea Party if she wants to fit in with the other partygoers? In a nun's habit. Men who attacked the ships during the Boston Tea Party disguised themselves as Indians so they wouldn't be recognized. But as they were sneaking away, they ran into a bunch of guys dressed up as cowboys, and, well, it wasn't pretty.
7,
Category's gonna be Your Eternal Soul is not FDIC insured. How does $2,000 sound? Hey, check it out. I got the famous New England primer here. All right, listen to this. Now I lay me down to sleep. I pray the Lord my soul to keep. If I should die before I wake. They teach this to children? My God. I pray the Lord my soul to take. Okay. Suppose God offers you interest for all the nights he keeps your soul. If you want the best return for your soul, what account should you choose? The miraculous best interest account, the angelic simple interest account, the divine compound interest account, or the holy viable interest account? Compound interest will get you the most back for your soul. But don't forget that pray the Lord my soul to take part, okay? You bounce one check, your ass is God's. And they cut up your visa.
8,
I'm calling this one. The Wicked Witch was just looking for Salem. You give me a right answer, I'll give you $3,000. Yeah, sure, the yellow brick road may have helped Dorothy find the wizard in Oz, but what if she landed somewhere else? For an entirely different reason. Suppose Dorothy lands in Boston. She asks the Munchkins how to get to all of the historic sites. What could they sing to her?
Follow the blue painted footprints. Follow the old trolley tracks. Follow the thin red line.
Or,
Follow the marked yellow signs.
it's called the Freedom Trail. It's a red line painted on the brick streets and sidewalks that runs between Boston's historic sites. Yeah, in fact, I was just there a few weeks ago. It's pretty cool, checking out the colors. Although I still can't figure out why all these flying monkeys were hanging around the North Church. Get ready, because you're going to play a When Did Happen. All right, I'm going to show you an event like this. Oh, you've done this When Did Happen thing before. Great. Let's see how much you remember. The category for this When Did Happen is round and creamy. It just wouldn't be right to do an entire episode on New England without mentioning one of its finest exports. Ben & Jerry's ice cream. And who could ever forget when this happened? Ben & Jerry's introduces Chubby Hubby ice cream. Oh, so good. Okay, now, did this happen before Ben & Jerry's Chubby Hubby hit the shelves, after the world met Chubby Hubby, or, hey, that never happened at all? Now, that was a lot of fun, huh? Let's see what happened. Nice job, my friend. Let's see how that affects the big picture. Well, I don't know about you, but I really enjoyed that. Shall we get back to the game?
10,
This one's called Mass Holes. $2,000 for a correct answer. Well, like I always say, you can't have an episode about New England without comparing the new one to the old one. Okay, I just said it the one time, but check out this analogy for me, will you? Driving nightmare in England is to roundabout, as driving nightmare in New England is to U-turn lane. See, now you'd think New England would mean that it's been improved, but unfortunately Massachusetts copied the traffic nightmare roundabout and called it the Rotary. Of course, in merry old England, they have the drivers sitting on the wrong side, too. I mean, how do you open the glove compartment?
11,
Coming at you. Two roads diverged in a wood. I smelled ham bone. I got $2,000, says you don't know this one. Okay, don't laugh at me. I'm going to read you a famous line of poetry by Robert Frost, okay? Don't laugh at me. Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the road less traveled by. Thank you. Say Robert Frost took the road less traveled because there was a good all-night diner at the end of it. Given how his poem, The Road Not Taken ends, what would Robert tell the cook? good I took the road less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. Stop laughing at me. And you should hear the beautiful notes Robert Frost wrote on the customer comment cards. Here's one. Lousy. And I'd rather let my cat use my mouth as a litter box. Robert.
12,
Next, New England's dark secrets. You get this one right, you get 3,000 greenbacks. Let's see how you handle this one. If you check out a Plymouth Rock on Plymouth Rock, a Rhode Island in Rhode Island, and a New Hampshire in New Hampshire, what would you most likely hear? Sound 1. Sound 2. Sound 3. Or sound 4. Plymouth Rock, Rhode Island, and New Hampshire are all breeds of chickens. We didn't land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on... Hey, get off of me! Ah!
13,
Here's a little something I call Where Everybody Wears a Yarmulke. And this one's gonna be worth $2,000. Flex those fingers, here it comes. Suppose they start running new episodes of Cheers, but the bar has been moved to Jerusalem. Based on the customary Jewish toast, what will the show be called? Shalom, L'chaim, Salud, or Meshuggah? When toasting in Hebrew, it's customary to say L'chaim, or for my Gentile friends, to life. Yeah, it's a really good show. Sam has been replaced by a wacky bartender named Shlomo. That's Shlomo. He's a player, all right. I'll bet by the end of the season, he'll have dated every woman on the kibbutz.
14,
The category is Man from Nantucket, White Courtesy Phone. You're looking at $3,000 on this one. Okay, so we've all been warned about the man from Nantucket, right? The guy who could, you know, the pride of Massachusetts. Yeah, but, you know, Nantucket wasn't always part of Massachusetts. Say the man from Nantucket performed his feat at the moment Nantucket changed hands. Given which state gave up the island, what could be added to his naughty limerick? It got a bit gaunt when he left old Vermont. Folks started to stare as he left Delaware. He gave it a torque in grand old New York. Or he busted a vein while departing from Maine. Nantucket used to be part of New York, so the man from Nantucket might, well, you know. But heck, in New York, a guy like that wouldn't even get noticed. You want to impress New Yorkers? You got to bring it up behind your back. Now that's impressive. Well, you've made it to the Jack Attack. Here's the deal. If you see two words that go together, a little edgy, aren't we? I thought someone switched to decaf. Here, try this clue. What Boston has instead of a winning baseball team. And I'll tell you this, it's a lot more than a feeling. Good luck. I couldn't have done a better job myself, because I wouldn't have played by myself. I would have found something else to do, you know? Now, but seriously, player one, and this isn't easy for me to say.
You don't know Jack!
your performance. Please enter your name. Fine job.
You can put
I
on
hope
weight,
you are
make
pleased.
it
Please
stay
express your
on. I
desire
gained
to play
50
again,
pounds
if
in
that
2
is what you
weeks.
desire.
feel large and in charge.
Watch out, people. Here I come. Chubba Bubba All Lard and Gravy Sports Drink is the easiest, most delicious way to put on those pounds.
I enjoy a cold Chubba Bubba in the morning, one in the late morning, one at noon, one at 2 o'clock or so, one at dinner, one at the late evening.
It's
snack.
that easy. Chug it down, America.
Chubba Bubba All Lard and Gravy Sports Drink.
He was a general who would become a slave who would become a gladiator who would become a performance artist.
Good afternoon, everybody. I would like to do some of my art for you. I have things from inside that I would like the rest of the world to sort of understand. Wait, whoa, what? No, lions, no lions. I was not anticipating lions in my piece.
Prepare yourself for Gladiator, the artist. This time, his pain is on the inside.
Hello?
Mr. Smith?
Yeah?
About that kidney transplant you're waiting for.
Uh-huh.
Now you can charge it because I've got a pre-approved credit card with your name on it.
Boy, that would be great. Sign me up.
Cold calling can be hard, but the Telemarket 2000 makes it easy. Simply type in a name, and the Telemarket prints out personal information about the people you're calling.
Hello?
Mrs. Johnson?
Yes?
I know you're going through a painful divorce.
Who is this?
And nothing can take your mind off a lousy cheating husband like some beautiful aluminum siding.
Really? Do you think so? Oh, go ahead. Do the whole house.
The Telemarket 2000. Let us help you get your foot in the door before it's slammed in your face.